Hello everyone, this is 10:15 in the evening. I'm knackered because it's been a very hectic day, very tiring, but I have to do this tonight because it's not about somebody need to say something. It's about everybody must say something because something needs to be done now as if it was yesterday, because we don't have the time anymore. I'm actually going to talk about what somebody said to me sent to me regarding what Obasanjo say about war is going to break out in Nigeria very soon. Well, my question is, which war is he talking about? Is it the one that he has already brought on Nigeria many years back? Because this is the result of his doing far back in 1981, if I can recollect, because his decision in 1981 gave birth to this war that is grown now. Because this was war that was given birth to in 1981. From the rigging of election, from handing over power to Fulani in 1981 with rigging of election. Everything Jakonde promised under UPN as a governor of Lagos State, it delivers everything. Free education, low-cost housing, increased salary, mention it. Everything Jakonde promised under UPN, it delivered everything. And all those work Jakonde did was rubbish after he left. Nobody did nothing in Nigeria. Jakonde is number one politician that promise and deliver in the whole world that I know personally. Because even in Western world, if they promise you this and that, at the end of the day, they give you nothing. They even start to rip you off after that. But Jakonde is the only man, only politician, only governor that I've ever known that promised something and deliver it. And not only part of it, everything it delivers. The people that benefited from free education at all levels in Nigeria, even the old people, it was giving adult education to the old people that doesn't have education. People that they've never seen education in their lineage, they become educated people through Jakonde free education at all levels. And low-cost housing for people that cannot afford to build, cannot afford to even rent. They were selling them houses already built in the strategic places. All those houses, where are they now? Some of them, they're in a mess. Some of them, they've taken it from the people that owns it. They offer them money and rob them of it. Anyway, that side. Now we're dealing with a serious matter. Because after Obasanjo that's saying there is a war coming at our doorstep, the war that's been sitting on our doorstep, that decide to resurrect now, that is now talking about and mentioning what is happening in Central Africa. Yes, it's been happening here. People just turn blind eyes. People pretend. Some people don't even know what's under their nose, but they think it's normal. It is not normal. And I could remember on YouTube, same YouTube, Obasanjo mentioning that, oh, Nigeria tomorrow is bright. Nigeria future is great. Yes, Nigeria future is great. and it's bright, but you've sabotaged it since 1981. And thanks to your other brother that also finished the work in 2014. Because when Buhari was rigged into government in election of 2014 or 2020, 2014, if I'm right, somebody brought Buhari in, Mr. Maradona of Nigeria, thinking he's smart. This is the result of all your doings. That now the war is not coming, it's at the doorstep of Nigeria. But one thing I will say, there are videos that I've seen today that it's really saddening. Some of them are so gross that I would not advise anybody. I didn't even watch it, but I could hear what was going on there. And I want people, if you can, to be aware of the kind of, things you'll be saying there. If you don't think you want to watch it, please don't watch it. Now, Obasanjo is saying to us that he wants our youth to fight. He wants our youth to stand up for their rights. This is not a battle that they started. This is not a war that they started. This is a war that was brought to them by you, Obasanjo. Now you want them to fight it. No. If you want this battle to be fought, you have to lead this battle yourself. Because if war breaks out in Nigeria, nobody is safe. Nobody. So whichever way you want to do it, the problem you caused for Nigeria, and also that goes to Bola Tinubu Ahmed. Because you brought Buhari. Buhari brought all his people in. And the cabal is now ruling Nigeria. There's no democracy in Nigeria. They want to invade the whole of Nigeria. That is the plan. And if I'll be honest with you, partially Nigeria is invaded. Nigeria is invaded now. Because all those herdsmen that you are saying, attacking people, taking people's land, etc., etc., is part of the plan. It's all well set and planned. They were just waiting for the time to move. Because as at the time Jonathan was there, they were bringing in weapons for these headmen under the nose of everybody, but everybody was too busy or don't care or naive or don't pay attention because they're here to loot, because they've called in all their brothers from all over Africa, the Fulanis, and these are strangers that came to take your land. These are not Nigerians. Go and check the history of Fulanis. They're not Nigerians. If nobody knows, I'm telling you, go and check history. Fulanis are not Nigerians. It's Hausas that are Nigerians, not Fulanis. But it was the Hausas that opened the doors for Fulanis to come in. Now they don't even have mouth to talk because they invaded. They started killing with Hausas, then they moved forward to the, to the south. Now, if the South are sitting in the backside, not getting up to start now, it's not going to be funny. So, the people that are going to lead in this war is going to be Obasanjo and Tinubu. They have to lead. Then we will follow them. Because if not, we're in this together. We are in this together. And I will advise Amotekun to recruit as much as possible. Everybody needs to be prepared. Yes, if Fulani think they're able to take Nigeria, they're having a laugh. Because Nigeria is too big for anybody to come from anywhere. Nigeria is not one of the countries that anybody can just think they can just invade and walk in and take over. It's not happening. So if Fulani think they can do and undo in Nigeria, no matter how much money they looted, let them take the whole of all the money in central bank, as Obasanjo mentioned, that all the foreign exchange they're pocketing it. No, it will not get them anywhere, because Nigeria is too big for Fulani to have. Nigeria is too big for anybody to invade. It might be an African country, but it's not just an African country. So Fulani's got another thing coming. If they don't back down or back off and clear off, something else is coming. Nobody is afraid. Let there be war. Nobody is afraid. He said if anybody is afraid in Nigeria, then that person is a fool. But the people that caused this for us, I feel sorry for you. Because your conscience will not rest. You will not have peace. The people that brought Nigeria to this level that we are today. Because if Nigeria has gone the way it's supposed to be, no, Nigeria would have been the best place to be in the whole wide world. Better than Dubai, where all the fools are running to. Better than anywhere. Nobody. When Nigeria was good, how many Nigerians leaves home to go anywhere? Nobody. Everybody was at home. But it was destroyed by some greedy, selfish, heartless people. They're talking about, oh, during the time of Jonathan, there was looting this, there was looting that. Who did not loot Nigeria? Tell me who has ever been in government that did not loot. Tell me that person. None whatsoever. The only person that did not loot in Nigeria during the time is Jakonde. That's why the man does not have a single house anywhere. He only have the house he's living. I know that for a fact. Because I met Jakonde's children. I was like, why are you guys so wretched? And they said, the father is very strict. That you go work for your own money. He does not even allow his children to enjoy the luxury of him being a governor. He said to them, no, I'm the governor, you have nothing to do with it. And he only lives by his entitlement. Because what he promised, he was fighting so hard to deliver it. So everything he has, just to keep up his promise, to keep his words. Nothing left for himself. Because I don't know of Jakonde's houses in US or in UK or anywhere. I don't know, maybe have more than one houses in Nigeria, maybe. But from what I know, he only has one house in Nigeria. Maybe he might have more than one, which is okay for somebody who was an ex-governor. Because somebody who's not even a governor in Nigeria has more than one houses. So, Jakonde is the only politician that did not loot from Nigeria. Anyone else, they are looters. So, accusing Jonathan of looting, accusing people looting under his government, etc., etc. What happened during Obasanjo's government? What happened during Shehu Shagari's government? Wasn't there any looting? Was there any money recovered? No. What happened to 2.8 billion during the time Buhari was petroleum minister? Was any money recovered from that looting? What that any money recovered from that money missing? So where did that money go? And where did Obasanjo have that money that he used to build his farm? Where? What about the probe that Awolowo said is going to probe? Those are the probe that he was talking about. That I'm going to ask, where are all this money gone? That was the mistake he made. He shouldn't have. Because by then looting was not even, I mean, nobody knows about looting. But the people that know that they looting knows they're looting. And that's why they mention it. So, who recover all those ones that they loot? Okay, Buhari was able to recover money. So where are all those money? What did they do with money? No accountability. No. What I'm going to say to all Nigeria is, this is the time. Buhari must go. He must resign. If the whole of Nigeria needs to march from wherever they are to Aso Rock, they better start the marching now. Because if that marching does not start, I mean, another thing is coming. Because Obasanjo, as we tell you, has already given you the warning, even though they're the cause. Not they're part of, they're the cause of this war that is going to break out. But I promise you one thing, no war is going to break out in Nigeria. No war. Because God has plan as well. As everybody has plan, God has plan. God will not allow war to break out in Nigeria. But my advice, if Obasanjo can speak to these people to let them know that they're being stupid. They are being stupid. Nigeria is not a place that you start all this rubbish they're doing. Because right now, everybody is going to stand up for themselves. When the wall of Jericho was pulled down, people rise to fight and say, whatever it's going to take, we will break down this Jericho wall. Even though they know it's not easy, it's tough, but they stand up. On that note, God said, don't worry, hold it. It's not a matter of, all these tools. The tools can't do it. But I'll break the wall down for you. I will tell the whole of Nigeria, stand up. And God will bring down all your enemies. But stand up. Don't sit on your back. Because they brought they brought the war to your doorstep. Some stupid, greedy, heartless, self-centered, no conscience, heartless leaders that you have brought the war to your doorstep. But stand up and demand for your right. Buhari must resign. The whole cabal in Aso Rock must be evicted. The time is up. They must be evicted. Nobody should be quiet. Everybody should stand and have a national march. The whole of Nigeria must stand up and do a march to say Buhari must resign, because it's not Buhari now, it's the cabal acting on Fulani, representing Fulani to invade Nigeria, calling all the Fulani in all Africa. Obasanjo have made it clear to us, we must act now. But Obasanjo must lead, followed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because they're the people that sold Nigeria to Fulani. The first time, it was Obasanjo sold Nigeria to Fulani. The second time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria rise. This is the time. that the whole of Nigeria, true Nigeria, people that loves Nigeria, they must rise now, stand up, have a national march for Buhari to resign. Because when Buhari resign, all the cabal in Aso Rock, they know their time is up. So they can be evicted and things can be done right in Nigeria. Because if there's no this march, what is coming, nobody can escape it. Nobody. Because it will affect everybody. It will affect everybody. Because these Fulani people, they're heartless people. So, we don't want people to be killed. Fulani going into people's, town, killing all the people in the town, taking their farm, destroying their farm, killing their children, killing their wives, killing their husband, taking their food, robbing them, and destroy the town. What's that all about? Are they the only people in Nigeria? Are they the only Nigerians? Who do you think they are? Who do they think they are? That they can just go into people's town, people villages, people forest, and destroy it. Kidnapping people, raping people. What is this? What is all this? There is proof. And Buhari saying he does not know the length of insecurity in Nigeria is in that level. That alone, that word alone, should make him resign. That word alone, he must resign on that note. For him to say he does not know that the level of insecurity in Nigeria is in that level. Hello? What sort of president will say such a thing? It means it's not capable. It means it's incompetent. It means he does not know what is happening in Nigeria. So he should not be there. He should resign. And it's a matter of urgency for him to resign. Because he's not competent. The whole of Nigeria must march for Buhari to resign. And it's now. It is now. If you love your country, Nigeria, if you're a true Nigerian, if you think Nigeria is your future, is the future of your children, you should stand up, rise, and march a national march. It's not about any activity now. It's about the whole of Nigeria to stand up, to have this march. A day must be declared for the whole Nigerians to stand up for Buhari to resign because he's not capable. It's incompetent. It's not fit for purpose. Because if you're not capable of doing something, if something is bigger than your head, why are you putting your head in it? Doesn't he even have a shame? He should be ashamed of himself. And the time is now for him to resign. Thank you. The war has already started in Nigeria because the cabals have already set their soldiers starting the war. The war has already started because that's why the kidnapping, the soldiers going, those people that you see as headmen, they're cabal soldiers. Their job is to destroy and to invade. They just camouflage as headsmen. They're not headsmen. They're in collaboration with headsmen. They used as front. That's why when Ruga was introduced, Ruga shouldn't be allowed. Ruga should not be allowed because it's Ruga they use to invade you. Because not that the war is coming. The war has already started. The war is on Nigeria doorstep. They've already, the cabal's military have already started the war. They've already started the invasion. They've already started the attack. They use that as a camouflage. All those kidnapping, all those, going to invade people in their land, in their farm. That's the war. The war has started. So by sitting on your back and talking about, oh, there's going to be war. No, the war is here. The war is here. They have already started. They've given the marching order. They've given, them to launch attack. They've launched attack. That's why they will come with confidence, with weapons, with everything. The war is already in Nigeria. It has started. So if you're still sitting and saying there's going to be war, like Obasanjo said, no, the war is here. It's time to now stand and fight the war. We don't need to carry weapons. We need to open our mouth. We need to shout for the whole world to see, for the whole world to hear what they're doing in Nigeria. We don't want, external forces to come and invade Nigeria. It's time now for we to stand up. If the nation can do one nation march to say Buhari must resign, the cabals must go home. They must evacuate Aso Rock. They should be evicted from Aso Rock. Before you can evict the cabal from Aso Rock, Buhari must go first. Before you can, take cabals down, Buhari must go. Because if Buhari still remains, they're in control. It's the cabal. The wife have already said it to you. Buhari's wife said to you that his husband is not the one ruling Nigeria. I give credit to that woman, because the day that woman said it, I'm so disappointed that the so-called statement of Nigeria sat on their back and they did not act. How stupid can that be? How dumb can that be? When such a statement comes from a wife of your president saying my husband is not the one in control. She's telling you something. She has already given you enough. But Nigerians I don't know what's wrong with Nigerians. We're so laid back when it comes to standing up for our rights. And when Trump said it the other time, only he said it in a sarcastic way. That was what he was telling you. That don't let your leaders bully you. Stand up for your right. That was what he was telling you. But you took it the wrong way. Trump doesn't know how to decorate words. He says it as he sees it. But some people don't like it that way. That you fools get up and face your leaders and stand up to them. Do not stop running from your country. The Nigerians were running all over the place and they're still killing them. All over the world, wherever they go. They sell them for slavery. God, it's unbelievable. If somebody prophesies to Nigeria 30 years ago that this is going to come over Nigeria, they will ask that prophet to be hanged. 30 something years ago, let's say 32 years ago, if a prophet said, oh, this is going to happen to Nigeria, they will ask that prophet to be hanged. But look at it today. They're killing Nigeria in South Africa. They're killing Nigeria in Cotonou. They're killing Nigeria everywhere. Where are you running to? Even if you're going to die, why don't you die in your country? With dignity. Come together. Nigeria, come together. If on this match day, if the Nigerians abroad needs to go home for this match, they need to go home. They need to go home and have this nation match for Buhari to resign. Because that is the only solution to this problem. It's not a matter of carrying weapon. No, there's not going to be war. We don't want no war. We want Buhari to resign. No war. We don't need no war. The one that is already on our doorstep, we want to shift it. So that's what we're going to do. We need nation march for Buhari to resign. Nation march for Buhari to resign. The cabal time in Aso Rock is up. They need to vacate Aso Rock. They need to be evicted. The march must happen for the whole nation to march on a day for Buhari to resign. Thank you.